say China was created by a giant man. With a chisel in his hand, he carved the valleys and mountains. And with a powerful swing of his hammer, he separated heaven from earth, bringing balance to the world. In my many years, I've borne witness to much suffering and toil. War, famine, untold cruelty inflicted by man upon fellow man. But I believe that with every new age, another giant emerges, wielding hammer and chisel, journeying the earth to restore balance. That day, my wagon had broken down on a muddy road. I was far from home and feared I'd have to walk the many leagues to the farm. Until you approached me. You had little to say of your past or where you came from, though it was clear your hands were skillful, even if they lacked purpose. I insisted you join me on my return to the farm. I mused it was the promise of hot food that finally convinced you. But I believe the work I had in mind for you is what truly stirred the determination in your eyes. There you are. I trust you rested well. It was the least I could offer after the kindness you showed me. Heavens know what might have happened if bandits had shown up in your stead. That I did. My old age compounds an old injury, leaving me useful for little more than watching the world go by. Occasionally, my eye will catch the greatest untapped potential in a certain someone. Which is a long-winded way of saying the old workshop has been neglected for some time and has fallen to disrepair. My granddaughter, May, has enough on her shoulders managing the farm, and there is no one else I can turn to. Practice is the best teacher, young man. The old workshop is over there. I do happen to know a thing or two about construction myself. Come find me if you need guidance. Good work on that floor. Next, you'll want to restore the main structure by building columns, a beam, and walls. You will need to craft yourself a hatchet first. Then you can cut down trees for wood. Once you have wood, you can shape it into logs and planks using my old carpenter's table. You will need clay to build walls, too. A shovel will help you extract the clay, while a trowel is the best tool to build walls. The workshop is coming along well. You work quickly, young man. All that remains is the roof. You will need more wood, and flax fibers are your best option for thatching. Look around for bamboo as well. You will need it to build scaffolding to reach the roof. To think the old workshop had been left to rot for so long. Look at it now. Good as the day I first built it. Excellent. Oh, I can hear your stomach protesting. Hungry? Oh, your stomach disagrees. Please find my granddaughter May. If you can help her with the farm, I'm sure she'd be happy to show you how to prepare some food.
I don't know who you are or where you come from, nor do I understand why Jun has been so quick to trust you. What I can tell you is that old man means everything to me. If any harm were to ever come to him, then we have an agreement. I hear my grandfather has already put you to work. Was there something you needed? I've managed to keep the farm running on my own for years. I'll make do a little longer. But if you're looking for a meal, you have to fix yourself one. I'll give you a few ingredients and a recipe. If you prepare a plot of soil and plant some vegetables. Here, you can have some of my seeds. The place you come from, did you never do any farming there? Grab a hoe, plow the soil, plant the seeds. It's simpler than building a workshop. The place you come from, did you never do any farming there? I see you've planted the seeds, but growing food takes patience. When the time comes, make sure you harvest your crops. Here, the ingredients and the recipe I promised. I may not be sure of your intentions, but I won't invite bad luck to this homestead by denying a guest proper hospitality. You can use my kitchen. It has everything you need to prepare the soup. How was the soup? It's one of Jun's favorites. He says it was my mother's recipe. Well, now you're fully sated. Jun wanted a word with you. I hope you won't forget our agreement.
You have eaten then? I hope May extended you some hospitality. Ah, you need not pretend, friend. My granddaughter's bluntness has a reputation of its own, but it is not without cause. She lost her parents at an early age, and, well, I never quite measured up as a guardian either. Blame my failures for her discourtesy. But my mind drifts again. What did I want to... yes. I took a closer look at the old workshop. Your work is good, but you will never reach your true potential with such crude tools. Build a carpenter's workshop, and you shall have access to finer materials and tools. Though you will need to gather a few things. First, set up a mortar kiln. Then gather measures of limestone and rice. Together, when heated and combined in a kiln, they yield mortar. Once you've gathered enough mortar and wood, pack them in the caravan. You have gathered the materials. Excellent. Take the caravan and seek out a suitable location in the valley to build the carpenter's workshop. Be sure to choose a place with a fine view, yes? Nothing inspires our vital energy more than the harmony and beauty of nature itself.